All right, so good morning. It is a great day to be a Hornet. And we have several Hornets in the room. So welcome to you all who are here with us today. I would like to extend a special hello and thanks to Congresswoman Cori Bush. We really appreciate your advocacy for us and our community. We appreciate you. So today we are here to recognize a $1 million I want to say it again, $1 million federal grant for our Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, as well as the critical programming that it will help us to produce. Thank you so much for advocating for us and for securing these funds. So we celebrate this investment in our Black and brown entrepreneurs. We are gratified with this federal acknowledgement that our Black and brown entrepreneurs have been long under-resourced. So it must be noted that only 4% of Black businesses survive beyond the startup phase. I'm still breathing from coming up the steps. So through our Minority Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center for Advancement, also known as MECCA, we plan to change this. We will help Black and brown entrepreneurs get the resources, mentoring, training, funding they need in order to be successful. The culmination of this success will be scaling their businesses into thriving, big thriving organizations. So MECCA just completed its first year, from pitch competitions to speaker series, and our first accelerator. We are enabling our entrepreneurs to learn from successful business people that look just like them. One of our largest accomplishments thus far is graduating a cohort of justice-involved individuals, now termed the Magnificent Seven. One of these justice-involved individuals shared that his clientele increased to 110% during the accelerator. So we are focused on graduating the future business community, and this grant will make a significant difference as we go forward. Thank you is not enough, it's not, but the success stories that come from this work and your contribution will be all the things that we need. I would now like to introduce the president of Harris-Stowe State University, Dr. LaTanya Collins.
Good morning again. Good morning, everyone. And as we say here in Hornet Nation, it is truly a great day to be a Hornet. That's right. So thank you so much, Dr. Hollins, for your leadership. Dr. Hollins came aboard and we just set the task out for her and she just took the ball and ran with it. So we thank all of you this morning for joining us. We are excited as we look forward to great outcomes that will be accelerated with the help of this $1 million federal grant. As Dr. Hollins said, it is past time to invest in the future of our under-resourced Black and brown community. We know that the best investment begins with our students. They are our future. They are the change agents of things to come. They are our next generation of leaders, and at Harris-Stowe, we take this responsibility and this opportunity seriously. From summer programs in advance of matriculation to mentors throughout the student's career, we understand that the foundation of success is broader than books and classrooms. We know that we must care for the body, the mind, and of course the soul of our students. We must be innovative and thoughtful about our students' time with us to ensure their success after they graduate. Harris-Stowe is on the move. We're on the move, all to better serve our students and our community. Our matriculated classes are growing. The areas of study we offer are expanding. Our partnerships with blue chip organizations such as the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency are expanding. We are increasingly collaborating with other universities, including Washington University and St. Louis University. Companies and foundations are demonstrating extraordinary faith in us including PNC, the UN, the United Health Foundation, and Enterprise, and so many more. This is our time. We must act in the present and look to the future. This $1 million donation with Congresswoman Cori Bush, shepherded through the House of Representatives, is a difference maker. And we are focused on making a difference for our under-resourced community. On behalf of Harris-Stowe State University, the only HBCU in the city of St. Louis, we thank you, Congresswoman, and we thank each of you for being here today. I would now like to introduce our very own Congresswoman Cori Bush. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is such an honor to be joining you all, because I'm able to join you all in this space where I once walked the halls as a student, and at that time when I walked the halls as a student, I had no idea that any picture of what my life is right now, that was what my life would turn out to be. Like zero. I had no idea. And to be able to be in this room about to talk about what I'm going to talk about in the presence of such amazing leaders in our community. It's pretty surreal for me, so I'm not going to get choked up, but it's a big moment. I need to start on a note of gratitude to our president, Dr. LaTanya Collins-Smith, Dean Dr. Stacy G. Hollins, and to the entire Harris-Stowe State University community. I know this university, and it is just so good to be home among all of you. Even though I was walking and I didn't recognize the floor. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. This place is beautiful, and I'm just so honored to be here. I think about when I ran for office. I made a promise to myself and a promise to the people of our community. I want to do the absolute most for every single person in our community in the 1st District of Missouri, starting with those who have the greatest need. Doing the most, we know that has many meanings, but it begins with investing in our communities and building a St. Louis where everyone can live a joyous and a prosperous life. So just over a year ago, Congress decided to allow members to direct funding to projects across our districts. I love the process because it's designed to invest in St. Louis. If we step up, if the Congress member steps up to do the work to secure that funding, they don't just hand it to you. You have to work for it. And part of this process was understanding that you could get up to 10 community projects funded, but it's up to 10. You could get 0 or you could get 10. We did the work to make sure that every single project that came across our desk that we believed we needed to make sure the funding happened for that project, we did the work to get it done. We weren't willing to accept a no. Harris-Stowe deserved better than that. Every project that we pushed for was required to demonstrate strong community support, meaning every project is dedicated to improving the lives of our community. We, of course, know that's what Harris-Stowe does absolutely every single day. Not only what the news shows, but what happens in these doors that people don't always get to hear about. I'm so proud to say that we selected 10 projects last spring, totaling $9 million for St. Louis. And every single one of those projects my office selected received the full funding. And so I'm overjoyed. In fact, I'm still over the moon about announcing the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2022 that Congress passed. We secured, as we just heard, this $995,000 for the Minority Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center for Advancement, MECCA, as you all call it, right here at Harris-Stowe State University. It still is very touching for me, because I remember sitting out in the auditorium one day a few years ago, and I remember hearing the president at the time talk about how Harris-Stowe is so overlooked as it comes to funding, especially in this state, and why funding goes everywhere else. But why won't people focus and purposely invest the same? And even I heard someone say, we're not even asking for you to do more for us necessarily. We're just asking for you to do for us what you do for others. And to now, years later, when I didn't know that I would ever be a Congress member at that time, to be able to be the one to push forward a proposal, I am absolutely, I'm thankful. So thank you you all. I'm here to celebrate Harris-Stowe's unparalleled commitment to St. Louis. Your work in our community, you all, it is indispensable. As an HBCU, I want your entire university community, especially your students, to be absolutely certain that your excellence, that it is to be celebrated, that your passion and your intellect, that it will change the world. Through this program, we will be able to expand the reach of that passion and intellect to budding entrepreneurs to move their ideas from concept to commercialization. This $995,000 investment is more, you all, than just funding. It's a commitment to Black and brown communities that administrations have historically neglected and deprived of economic development. It's a commitment to Black businesses. It's a commitment to Black excellence. It's a commitment to our brown businesses. Growing up in St. Louis, I've seen our businesses stay underfunded. I've seen them stay under-resourced. Bringing our communities the education and the resources they need to start up businesses will completely transform the St. Louis metropolitan area. This project will serve as a catalyst. It's a catalyst for change in our area, but not only for ourselves, but for generations to come. I'm all about the work that affects our legacy, not just the today. As a St. Louis Congresswoman, I could not be prouder to present this check to Harris-Stowe State University. I could not be prouder to direct these funds into the essential transformative work you all are leading. So thank you again to each and every one of you for being here today as we build our work to secure investments that advance St. Louis's well-being and economic development. Together we celebrate, we continue to fight for a better St. Louis, and know that your Congresswoman loves you. And one way that I'm going to continue to show that is we're going to try to get you money.